with adding Kevin Durant, are the Houston Rockets now title contenders?
No. No, I do not believe the Houston Rockets are title contenders, and I don't believe Kevin Durant has the impact that he used to on teams. Ever since he tore his Achilles in 2019 playoffs, Kevin Durant has not been out of the second round. Ever since Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in the playoffs in 2019, he has not played more than 70 games but one time. Kevin Durant has stated on numerous occasions he doesn't care about the rings. He doesn't care about what people think about him. He just wants to go out there and play basketball. Now, to all the people who think I'm hating on KD, he is a top 15 player all time. He is the most malleable player and scorer of all time. He is one of the arguably the greatest pure shooter of all time and scorer of all time. But when I look at what Kevin Durant brings to the table now for Houston, what was Houston lacking? A veteran leadership presence. What happens when Kevin Durant gets hurt? Because we know it's going to happen. It's history. It's not anything that we haven't seen in the last 6 to 7 years of Kevin Durant's career. Being out for large stretches of the season is common for him. Who does who do the Rockets turn to at that point? I believe that his numbers are a mirage to what his actual impact on winning is for teams. When they played the Timberwolves in their last trip to the playoffs, when it was Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant, I would argue that that team was almost better talent-wise than this Houston team. This Houston team has the depth. They have the young stars, but you can't tell me that Tari Eason is going to step in and fill the role when Kevin Durant gets hurt. Who's their scoring go through? I understand they have the depth, but we're asking if Kevin Durant makes somebody a title contender. When Kevin Durant went to Golden State, they were already title contenders. But ever since he left Golden State, he has gone to teams that when he gets there, they say, oh, title contenders. And regardless of what happens that season, they end up not being title contenders.
I obviously do think that this team is contenders. I am not prepared to say a team that was the number 2 seed and we just said was a piece away, now adding a great piece in Kevin Durant, can't figure out how to win a couple more games. And I also think where the number one argument against this, I agree with you, is that Kevin Durant has no leadership experience, and there is no evidence to show us that Kevin Durant being the leader of your team can lead to championships. But kind of like what I was talking about with Oklahoma City, I don't think this Houston team necessarily needs a leadership presence. And I don't think, again, in the modern NBA now, with the way teams are built and how they play, it is as important and influential as it was in years past. When you look at teams like Boston, I don't think there is a true cut leader, like stand out, we follow this guy through and through. Same with Oklahoma City, same with Miami, same with Minnesota. All of these teams, maybe Miami not really, but the point still stands, are teams that can and have made deep runs into the playoffs. And it's younger cores that, the motivation is, like I said with Oklahoma City, no one believes in us. We have each other's backs. Let's just ride this wave. So I think Kevin Durant gets there, fills in the missing void of needing a scorer. You have the leadership in Fred VanVleet, who's won a championship, and Udoka, who is an outstanding head coach. Then it's just up to, are they good enough or talented enough? We've seen that they obviously are. They were the number 2 seed last year. They took Golden State to 7 games, and even though they lost in Game 7, they were down 3-1 and came back. So in the face of absolute adversity, they stared it down and did what they could. Is Kevin Durant there? Does that change things? Who knows? I also think in watching that series specifically, Şengün's a competitor. He is tough, he is fiery, and he has a Dylan Brooks-esque attitude when it, like, not so much going after guys, but like I said, it being a just like he has that dog in him. So I think that also may make up for what Kevin Durant doesn't like, where Anthony Edwards has the X factor of I'm the ultimate. Listen, you're gonna rally around me because that's what I'm gonna put out there. Where like you said, where you said Kevin Durant doesn't have that. Can Şengün make up for that in his own sort of way where they don't need it? And I don't think this Houston team is a team where they're lost. Like they're looking for someone to guide them. Like I just said, they were already kind of doing things on their own without Kevin Durant. And there is zero pressure on this situation for Kevin Durant. Whereas before, going to Brooklyn after Golden State, can he win on his own? What's he going to do with his own team? Then he brings in Kyrie and James Harden. Even more pressure to win. Then he forces his way out of there and goes to Phoenix in that brand new situation, a team that was a few years removed from a title, or from a finals appearance. How are they going to get better? Then they add in Bradley Beal, all this overwhelming talent. There is none of that in Houston for expectations. If Kevin Durant loses in the first round or the finals, our view of him will not change. And I think that helps him. And for Houston's side, we will judge them if they get Kevin Durant and then become worse or stay the same. So the pressure is on them to perform, which I think they're going to use that and succeed. So are they like, am I saying right now they're going to make the finals? I have no idea, but certainly one of the teams that could be in contention for it.
I agree that adding a Kevin Durant, and listen, you're talking to the Şengün guy. You know that I've been talking about this guy for a long time. My thing still lies in the fact that I really think there are at least 2 to 3 teams that they can't beat in the West. I understand that the Rockets, maybe Kevin Durant gets them over that hump. I don't have them beating the Lakers with Luka having a full off season with LeBron. I don't have them beating the Thunder, and I don't have them beating the Nuggets, and I could argue the Timberwolves. So it's like, if I've already got 3 teams ahead of them, can I really call them contenders truly?
Just because I agree, I would also pick those teams maybe before them, but that doesn't mean that the season starts and like there are teams that I think no matter what happens, they're not going to be competing for a title.
Correct.
Houston is not one of them. Like, I think if things can fall in the right place, like you said, seeding can be in the right place, some trades can happen, whatever the case may be, that teams fall and they either stay the same or rise. So I'm not going to, just like I said, there's no way I can say that team, that collection of talent and that, roster construction doesn't have a chance to make a deep playoff run.
I guess we'll see. So
maybe they're not contenders, but they are contending. Listen to the sound. I listen to the sound.